Supposed to show up at her house.
Up on LinkedIn and
Wow.
She wanted you to show up at her house.
Nah, what do you have to do? Like, I've never been blocked before, so it's just like, how do you?
You don't gotta do shit, bro.
Yeah, you don't really gotta
You
do
don't have to do
nothing.
shit. Every time I go there, bro.
Fuck a demon.
I didn't do anything.
Bendito. They put the
She's
violin.
gonna do it.
Listen, you don't have to do shit to get blocked. They just have to one day just not like you.
Y'all did not just play the
We
violin.
played the violins because he been through it.
Welcome to the least favorite podcast featuring
Natalie.
Denzel.
Let's go.
Somebody get the whole jug of water.
I need the whole picture
Get the whole
right
jug,
now.
like.
We about to.
Oh, should I
All
open
right, we
that?
ready. So,
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back. Quick introduction. Yeah, wrap it up. Quick introduction. It's Natalie, Denzel, who's showing some chips, Kadeem, and Toni.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back, guys. So glad you can make it on this Thursday.
Thanks for having us.
So let's just get into it because we got a lot to talk about today. So the one thing that's completely, I saw it today and I wanted to get your opinion on it. So you guys know Brittany Renner, the girl who married. Okay, he laughed. All right, so
Yeah.
the one you.
That
Yeah.
Called a basketball player.
You guys got married?
Yeah, they got married.
PJ Washington.
Wait, you didn't know they got married?
Wait, let me look
think
this
he
up.
was
Excuse
that
me.
Yeah. All right.
No, did they get married?
I think
Or she just had a
she was
kid?
at least his fiance.
Your fiance.
Yeah, they didn't get married. She just had his. You know what I'm saying?
But all right. So anyway, the point is that she went. You know, you guys saw when she went to the campus and it was like hide your sons. So she posted that. So somebody said, so she said, imagine someone 18 or older wanting to fuck me and me wanting to fuck them. So we fuck. Very outrageous. Call Chris Hansen. I don't know who Chris Hansen is.
Cheaters? No. Catch a predator.
All right. But somebody responded and said, imagine the outrage if a grown 30-something-year-old man went up to a college campus and tweeted a pic of himself with the caption, hide your daughters. Shaking my head, just keep the same energy both ways. So I don't want to get too much on her, but I wanted to know, like, do you guys agree? Like, why is there this double standard where a woman can do it, and it's kind of like she's trying to be funny, but if a man was to do that, he'll be a fucking creep, a perv, like...
All of the above.
It depends where you at, I think, because in DR, these old raggedy ass men be wifing up these young women, and it's like it's regular. So
It is regular.
for American culture, is no bueno. But it depends where you at. It depends,
But for American culture, too, like, men, it's... A lot of men do that, and it's like, whatever. She did it, but she kind of did it the reverse way, kind of, and it's like... She's getting a lot of backlash, but I feel like he was also an adult. Like, do you feel like she took advantage of him?
Hey, we don't know anything.
All right. Well, I think the reason why she's getting backlash isn't really because of her age. It's because of what transpired before all of that. You know, when she basically was in a relationship with this rookie from the NBA, had a kid with him, and as soon as the baby was born, child support, can't see your son, and basically she went the gold digger route. You know what I'm saying? So that's why and then prior to that, before that, she used to make herself seem like wholesome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then put herself on this pedestal, and then the type of person, the character that she's portraying right now, she used to bash that character a lot. And then now you kind of put on the costume now.
she's being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you basically, you took advantage of him. Because even though, you are an adult, but you got some years on him.
Yeah.
He's probably like about 18, 19.
Nah, I think he's like 22.
All right, 22. You got some years. You got some years on him.
How old is she? Sorry.
She's 28
She's probably like about, I think so. I'm not sure.
or 29.
That's like me dating my younger brother. That's weird. But, it's no judgment, but considering her history, which I didn't know about, I understand why people are going to question her. Like, Yeah.
29? But why do you guys think there is this stereotype? Like, why are men considered like predators when they do that? But like, she is kind of like a joke. Like, she gets to joke about it. Why is it good? Like, why is it okay for a woman to joke like that and not a man?
Because it's normal for a man to pursue a woman, opposed to a woman pursuing a man.
Usually we the ones that get hollered at from
It's
me.
not necessarily
I
the
get that.
age.
Right, but think about it. If
It's
a man
just-
was to be like, if a man goes to a college campus, like the
I
guy
know,
said,
yeah, I get that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
It just wouldn't be cool.
it wouldn't be cool.
You know what it is? I feel like both sexes they both do it, but men just don't care. They out in the open with it. Like I remember being in high school when you got dudes driving their cars to my high school picking up girls, and it's like I used to get tight because I'm like, yo, my man's you a grown man. Like get the women in your age group. Leave the high school girls for us. I used to get tight.
Oh, that's so funny.
Do you feel like it's like a level of, do you think those type of men are just insecure? Like they feel like they can get a woman their own age?
Yeah.
So
it
like
could
high
be.
school girls are more, like they're probably more, what is the word?
Easy to manipulate. I feel
Yeah,
like.
easy to manipulate, naive. There we go. Like they just fall for anything. So I feel like if you gotta go to like a younger girl and that's all you go to, because sometimes you fall in love with somebody younger than you. That could happen and it could be genuine.
Right.
But like if that's all you target all the time, it's like why? Like, are you not like mentally mature where you feel like you're matching a high schooler when you're like in your 30s or something? Like that's weird.
Dudes would be like in their 20s and
Have like
you
a
know,
16-year-old girlfriend.
yeah,
Like
and
what are
it's
you
like-
doing?
And then you and me and the girl would be the same age. Just putting myself as an example, and I would try to talk to her, and she would tell me I'm too young,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
yeah.
we the same age. I might be I probably got a year on you or so. Like I'm too young. That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, but it's more so cause the bullshit that they could get away with a younger person, they can't pull those same tricks on
older
somebody
woman.
their age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see it coming a mile away.
Yeah.
You know what that is though, that post? Cause she always gets talk like in her comments and everything. She's always like the brunt of like I don't want to say the joke, but like she's always talked shit about because of how she is.
Yeah.
So that's why she just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna embrace this meme and
That is
repost it."
true.
Kind of thing. That's really what that.
That is true.
I feel like it was pretty much done. For
She's
a
been doing that
reaction.
lately a lot since all this came out and people
She
been
is
coming to
like-
her. She has been making like light of the situation. And I mean, I get it because we're getting attacked all day. It's like, what else are you supposed to do?
I mean, you can't wear those shoes and then get mad at what comes with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cause like
If you dish it, you got to be able to
Take
take
it.
it.
Yeah.
like that's your pun. I don't like we're not in it, so we don't like you said we don't know the
Right.
whole details. But from the
Yeah.
outside looking in, it looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's a
She knows that though.
Yeah.
She knows. Yeah, she knows. I'm sure it crossed her mind for sure.
As a matter of fact,
Hello.
and she put out a book about all the people, all the dudes in the industry that she
Oh, like a tell-all?
yeah.
Ah,
Like,
damn.
like college,
That's where her backlash really came from.
Yeah.
She did that because she talked about Kaepernick and shit, like
Yeah.
when he was like standing up, like the kneeling and everything, and he started dating
Nessa?
The DJ.
Necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
when that kind of first started bringing, she put the tell out then, and it was talking about Kaepernick and all that shit. So that's when everyone was like, fuck this.
wow. Wow, so we do need to do like some back info because I knew what you were talking about, but I didn't know about all this other.
She has a history.
So
and there's a video of her online saying like, if you want to come up, have sex with an athlete because they stupid, they don't use condoms.
I did see that. Yeah. She said that.
For those words verbatim. So it's like,
prior to the
Case closed.
the PJ situation. So,
so when that happened, it's like it's crazy.
it's over.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Prayers to them. So, next topic. All right. So this was a post by somebody that said, "Do you really believe we are living in a generation that doesn't want to work? We are a generation who have watched our parents and elders give up dreams and even give up happiness for work. We've watched them sacrifice so much for so little in return. We're the generation that wants what we get out of it to be just as valuable as what we put into it." Do y'all agree with this?
I agree, and I also feel like we're a generation of work smarter than harder.
Yes. Absolutely, 100.
Yes.
Most importantly,
And I think our parents didn't have. All right, I'm not trying to come at them, but I feel like because of technology, like things are just easier for us now, and we figured out ways to make things even easier than they
Yeah.
already are. Our parents didn't have that luxury,
At
so
all.
I feel like they look at it and they're like, "Oh, you're just lazy," but it's like we're not lazy. We're just not trying to struggle and do all this extra shit.
Right.
And it's like, to be honest, I agreed with this post. It's not that we don't want to work, but now there's different ways for us to earn money. Like, we don't have to go to school, or we don't have to, like, work a 9 to 5 like everybody else if we choose not to. Like, you have mad people famous on TikTok doing dances, having, like, being cooks and whatever else they're doing. So it's like, if I can earn money by posting all day, then that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. And it's not that I'm lazy, but it's like, I kind of just want to enjoy my life a different way, like the non-traditional way.
And you're working for yourself.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
get over it.
Nowadays, you need like 6-7 different ways of income.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like people doing the stock market.
You already know what my situation is with my job just now. And I've been told, I don't know how many times, like, Tony, find another way of income, find another way of income. Like, we need to do that. We need to do that. And I don't think the problem is right now that people are lazy. No, it is a problem. My thing is that there needs to be a good mix between, like, our parents, the way they worked hard, and now. If there was a good mix of putting in the work, because even now, you guys do the podcast, but it does take work. You understand?
Takes mad work.
You gotta put in the work.
And it's
like,
free work right now. Cause, like,
this is what I'm
I
saying.
mean?
This is what I'm saying. Like, you could do what you love to do, but know that you gotta put in work. No matter what. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You think those girls that it's easy for them to, like, pick out outfits, do the content,
being a content creator is not easy.
Come on.
At all.
It's not as easy and as fun as it looks. You still gotta put in work a different way. You know, maybe you're not blood, sweat, and tears outside, like, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta put in the time and the work, like. So, but I'm all for us making money, like, 7-8 different ways, because it needs to happen. It really needs to happen.
Did your parents only have one job, like all of us? Like, my parents, my dad would work like 3 jobs. My mom was a stay-at-home mom.
My mom did a lot of stuff. Her main thing was she's a nurse, but she would do hair.
She had multiple.
She would take a side job, like
Big ups to her. Hell yeah.
retail or whatever
Yeah.
case may be. And she just had me, so you know. My dad, from what I do know, he was a plumber.
Okay.
He was a DJ as well. Like my uncle used to tell me, like, you know, they used to throw big parties in the Bronx, like back in the day and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I know that, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this generation isn't more so lazy, but more so innovative. You get what I'm saying? As, like, we watched our parents sacrifice doing what they didn't really love for a substantial amount of time just to make a living and be miserable with it.
Yeah.
That we don't want to do that. We've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I going to put in all of this hours and all of this work into something that I don't even like?
Right.
When I can be doing putting the same amount of work and effort into something that I actually love.
Exactly.
That can still generate income.
And it won't even feel like work.
At
like,
all.
it's work, but you enjoy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it is. I wouldn't really say.
At some point, we gotta break the generational curses that we got in our, in our families and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point.
And then, at the same time, all of us in here, we're minorities.
Yeah.
So we have to, like, we don't have a head.
Right. We should be called the majority.
We are technically the majority. We know we're the majority.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
Right.
We know what you mean.
Like to be politically correct.
Right.
Yes.
We're the minority. But, it's we don't have that head start.
Right.
We don't have a trust fund. Our parents don't own banks and oil and all of that stuff like a lot of people. Like, you get what I'm saying?
But we can. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The system that we grew up in is not made for us. The system is made for Caucasian people. Like, it's not made for us. The system is made to keep us in the projects, to keep us comfortable where we at. So we need to know that there's different ways to make money. Like, our parents grew up on those systems that they think, okay, this is the only thing we could do. We got to work 9 to 5 and only make money per hour. Like, no, we need to make money while we sleeping.
Right.
Money needs to be generated while we sleeping. You need to put your money in different ways, different angles, stocks, cryptocurrencies, and your money needs to be making money for itself. That's the type of money that we got to make. Yeah. But again, we need to break that generational curse.
We got to make that the norm.
Yes.
I'll say that our generation is lazy as far as obtaining the information. 'Cause everything is right there. As to back then, you had to go to the library or find an encyclopedia. You remember encyclopedias?
I know. I had every A through Z. I had it when I was
Have
little.
to go through that just to get information
just to get
on specific
information.
on certain things.
Yeah.
So.
But I will say, like, they talk a lot of shit about the internet too. But it's like, because we have all the information at our fingertips, and we kind of see how other people are making it happen and living comfortably, we kind of aspire to do that now. Like, I'm not looking up to my parents anymore and having that, like, traditional 9 to 5. I'm gonna just work and provide. Like, yeah, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna make my money, but I want to enjoy my money too. I want to travel and I want to invest in other things. And the internet can teach you that. But like you said, back then, that's all our parents knew. And it's like they had all their friends and family doing the same shit, having the same lifestyle. Now we don't have that. Like, we have the variety, different lifestyles. Like, we could see what's possible for us. So I feel like we're doing a great job.
We live in the information age.
Yeah.
You can, even though our parents work hard, we can see what they did and learn ways to get the same money they got in a smarter way, in a more efficient
Maybe even
way,
in a faster way too. Yeah.
You can learn things much faster than they did back then. If you want to be a plumber, it's not going to take you fucking
5-6 years.
You can learn that shit quickly just from watching a video online.
YouTube University.
You feel me?
Right. YouTube has everything.
Bro.
Everything. Like, shout out to YouTube.
Bro.
They need to start
I
paying
just
us,
keep
though.
thinking of like my whole situation with this vaccinated, unvaccinated shit. Like, I don't want to get crazy into it because we'll go off on a tangent. But long story short, I'm a nurse. They told me that like I gotta get vaccinated or I pretty much lose my job. Pretty much, they just threw me to the sidelines and they said like you can't work here no more because you're not vaccinated, right? So it just gave me this whole new perspective. I have found a job that accepts unvaccinated nurses, but this gave me a whole new. This is like what I needed to happen because I'm expendable. Okay, these 9 to 5 jobs, they could find somebody else. Not that I was working a 9 to 5. I was, but same kind of ordeal.
yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, you're getting paid by the hour. These jobs, you're replaceable in these jobs. You need to find something that's for you, that you're valued in.
That you enjoy.
And I do love being a nurse. I love caring for people.
Yeah.
This is something that I got into because I know that I would enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. But at the same time, it's like it was a big eye-opener because I'm like, wow. And it's not like I'm some bum nurse. Like,
all
I'm
the
really
years
good
you
at
put in. And they
yeah,
just
all the
kinda,
years I
like,
put in. Like, they
toss
give
it
me
away.
extra responsibility on the floor that I don't get paid for. Like, I'm a good nurse. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a great nurse. Like, and for me to just be able to just be like, okay, you out, like, wow.
Just
like,
kick you to the side.
yeah, and it can happen again. So it's just like my eyes really have been open lately. And I'm just like, wow, like, I need to make money
In
mad different ways.
Other ways, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's work on that. But I feel like we all doing something that's multiple, right? So we're on the right track. Fuck it.
As long as you know that that's what you gotta do, like, you in good hands.
All right. So I wanted to talk. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about the Meek Mill cover art. The smile that you gave me. All right. So Meek Mill, he had it. I want you to like put it somewhere here so they can see it too.
I'm gonna look at it while you.
So it was wrapped in images of black women and they were naked. Y'all all saw it, right? This is like a censored thing. And some people were really, really upset. People were like, why he got naked women bent over? We got to shut this down. When are black people going to call out black people for the injustices against black people? The number one threat to black women is black men. The most disrespectful people towards black women are black men. Where are the feminists? So that's just like a couple of things that they said. And Meek Mill, so there was a white guy who came out and was like, black women, is this what you like? Like, like, is this what you support? Do you guys want to be represented like this? This is disgusting. Like, he went off. And then Meek Mill responded and he was like, did this white guy, like, all right, fine, cool, it was disrespectful. I could change my art. But did he have that same energy when black people were being killed? Fine. And that's valid. I don't want to get too much into it because people already been talking about it. But what I wanted to ask was, like, do you feel like he should change it? Like, could you argue and say that he was just being artistic and it's just artistic expression? Or do you feel like it was a disrespectful way to portray black women?
What I didn't know was like, who is the artist? It's not him.
It's a black woman.
It's a black woman, actually.
So I feel like, come on, like we gotta everything is open to interpretation. Like I see 100% why it would be interpreted as something negative, but we also need to like view things through the eyes of the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's how
I didn't
feel.
even know that it was a woman artist.
Yeah, so it's definitely a woman.
So
artist.
I feel like, what if she's saying something? There's like red boxes and circles. I'm sure we're gonna show it, right?
Yeah.
There's red boxes and circles over. She could be saying something that it's not okay for women to have their ass and their titties out. That could be her whole
art
vision.
Is so
and we don't know.
subjective. You could look at something and interpret it so differently from somebody else.
But I do also understand like what they were saying, but we gotta also like, I feel like they went too hard. Like,
I feel like this was a reach. Okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
I feel like it was a
I
reach
get it.
too.
It was on the tour buses and it's going through cities and stuff. I get it. Keep the same energy for when you got nudity on your TV.
That's how I feel,
You know what I'm saying?
because it's like,
This
and little
is not
Jimmy
a
could
big
just
deal.
run out and just see ass and titties.
Jimmy.
and like, all right, I know
on
y'all
the TV
also
screen.
it's old, but like, this is the
Keep that
first
same
thing that
energy.
came to my head was
'Cause that's art
music
too.
videos, like hip hop music videos.
Yes.
And I
Same
thought
shit.
of tip drill. I don't know why I thought of tip drill.
Wow, you
But-
went all the way.
Come on, like, and I'm sure people were going crazy and saying that was vulgar or whatever, but I mean, it's
That's
there,
how-
and there's so many, like,
That's
hip hop
how
has
things
been
were.
that.
Still is. If you go to the strip club,
Yeah.
It's been that, so it was like cover art, and it was for me. I wrote down. I feel like it would have been worse if they were like real naked, like real images of real women. But it's like it's art.
that's it.
And everything was covered. Like,
No, it wasn't covered. The
There was
original
some
wasn't.
parts that wasn't?
Oh no, it was all. They blurred it out on Instagram. That post, but it was, you could see like the shape of.
but even so, I feel
Everything.
like it's a big deal that it was a woman artist. Like, let's
It
really
was
think
a
about
black woman artist.
Come on.
Like she drew it. It wasn't even a man who did it.
As an artist, I feel like these days now, it's hard for an artist to be an artist because everybody is so easily offended.
So sensitive.
Everybody's sensitive.
Mass sensitive.
You get what I'm saying? Because
yes.
it's like, all right, you complaining about that, but if you go to the Museum of National History and you go into the ancient Greece and the Roman area, they got sculptures with dudes' balls out.
Yeah,
all
everything.
naked.
And they got
Vagina,
women's
breasts,
all of that.
everything.
Yeah.
So, and you have that in museums. I seen that as a child.
Yes.
So, how is this offensive?
Talk about it.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep the
Isn't that
same
famous?
energy.
The famous like thing.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, they all have their nutsack. Everything's
Everything is
open.
just out there.
Small
But
little
because
exposed.
so what's up? Because they're white, it's okay. Like what's
Yeah,
up?
that's Greek
Like,
art.
Come
And
on.
that's
Nah.
it.
That's a good point.
It wasn't complaining when Meek Mill put his mugshot as his album cover.
That's a
Mugshot
fact.
as an album
When he
cover.
had
When-
the
when
swollen eye.
when they beat his ass and they had
I wasn't complaining
Yeah.
about that. How
That's
that
true.
happened. And also, Duval always like every so often he'll post like, oh, what's the internet fake mad about today kind of thing.
Yo,
They
it's
just
true
gotta
though.
be mad about something.
Yeah.
Like every
Yeah.
week it's something. So it's-
Yeah, it's like, yo, like, enjoy it for what it is. Before you judge, find a way to reach out to that artist and ask him what's the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because what if that was something sentimental to him?
Right.
Like let's say that just off of hypothetically speaking, what if his grandmother was an artist and that's something that she did like back in the day, and he made that as cover artwork? Like you just bashing it and you don't know the meaning behind
You
it.
don't know nothing about it. You just
At
want to
all.
have something to say.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this, because you brought up about artists and like it's hard for an artist to be an artist. So Lil Boosie was arrested and charged with inciting a riot at one of his concerts. And it's like, so
Bullshit.
Denzel, you made some points.
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. I don't get it.
You basically were saying like, as
So-
an artist. No, go ahead, say your point.
So as an artist, right? Like, let's say for example, you got somebody like Drake, right? And the world loves Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you expect these people to keep themselves composed in an enclosed space.
And listen, I've been to concerts and I've gotten tight when people try to like sit where they're not supposed to sit. They
That's what
blocking
I'm
my view.
saying.
They standing on the chair. I can't fucking see. Like I've seen people argue.
That's what I'm saying.
Throw bottles at each other because it's like I'm trying to have a good time. I paid my money. You all in my fucking way. And sometimes a fight just starts.
My thing is, especially, okay, so you're going to charge someone, let's say somebody like Travis Scott with mosh pits and stuff.
I was
Right.
thinking
of him too.
You're going to charge him for inciting a riot too? Because mosh pits is basically like mini riots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
That is.
People get punched in the face.
I see somebody get
It's
roundhouse.
it's low-key like controlled.
They
you
be
know what I'm
funny
saying?
as
Like,
fuck though.
it's like, I don't know.
And not just
Yeah.
that, when Kanye was doing the Yeezus tour, they was mosh pitting.
That's what I'm saying.
And all of these punk rock bands, that's what they do.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
how are you
Playboy
arresting
Cardi,
Boosie?
they're jumping off the stage, like, so it's just like it. ASAP, like they all do it. So it's just like I don't get it. Like I really don't understand. Like how is he? Lil Boosie, his music don't even get you like that. So it's just like
I remember.
what is he really getting charged for?
I remember it was I forgot what concert was it, but Travis Scott was crowd surfing and they tried to take his Yeezys off. And they put it back on the stage, and he was like, "Oh, you try to steal my shoe?" Mm-hmm. And then he was like, "Fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up." And they started fucking up dude.
No.
Yes, you can find it on YouTube.
Get the fuck out
But he didn't get
here.
arrested for that shit.
But
I feel like I feel like it's because Boosie is outspoken
Yeah.
on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So they
probably
targeted
him.
Yeah.
They definitely doing that because
I could see
how
that.
many look how many times they deleted his Instagram.
Yeah.
Like.
And then the whole thing with him and Lil Nas X and his comments and stuff.
Yeah. It's true though. A lot of people are targeted.
Yeah,
you
they
know what
are.
I'm saying?
That's
You
true.
know, once you speak out against the elemental P,
I'm thinking of this. Oh my God. Forgive me. I don't know why I cannot think. The comedian that just came out with the
Dave
Netflix.
Chappelle.
Dave
Yes.
Chappelle, yeah.
That's what he called them, the
Come
elemental
on.
P.
Some of these people, like, yo, don't get me wrong. And I hope people don't take this disrespectfully. I understand that some of the stuff he says is disrespectful. But if you know it's coming, and you know you know what I'm saying? It's not meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I understand that things need to be said respectfully, but he talks about his own race like that. He talks about mad different groups, but that's the type of comedian he is. He bashes every group. So guess what? If there's a group that pops up tomorrow that's fucking raccoons, best believe he gonna do a whole half a special on these people that's fucking raccoons. I'm telling you right now.
And those
And
people
gonna
are going to
hold-
have a problem.
and they gonna have
Nobody
why are you
safe.
talking about me
He's
fucking
canceled.
it's
raccoons?
crazy.
Like, I'm telling you
I
right
should be
now.
free to love
It's-
who I want to love.
Bro, you do what you do. He's not saying that you can't do it. How much you want to bet? Like, come on. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's not made for everybody. It's just not made
Not
for
even
everybody.
just that, it's a comedy show. Like, they cut ass on everybody. Even they started from
safe.
themselves.
Yes.
Like, all right, a lot of it, all right, if everything was so sensitive back then, there'd be no Bernie Mac, there'd be no Martin Lawrence, there'd be no Eddie Griffin,
Absolutely.
Red Fox.
You getting rid of a
there'd be
whole
no
generation.
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy. All right, you think that was bad? Watch
Oh my
Raw
God.
or watch Delirious.
Yes.
Hilarious? Oh my god.
Yes.
Watch that.
Is it cringy?
Hilarious.
Wait, what?
Hilarious. I'm not sensitive.
Oh, I did, and I don't remember.
If you watch it, if you watch it,
Oh yeah, that was funny as fuck.
Exactly.
but if you think about some of the shit
That he was saying.
It's offensive. It's
He
offensive.
said a lot of
That shit
shit.
now is just like, yo,
It's
that shit was
offensive.
Literally,
It's-
I
everybody's
expect
so
comedians
sensitive.
to be offensive. I don't expect comedians to like. That's why Kevin Hart to,
be-
me stopped
It's
being
not funny because he started catering to everybody's
Right.
wants and
I
needs.
want you to OD. Like, say the shit that we don't want to say because we're like, oh shit. But fuck that. Like, you're a
But
comedian.
was he
make
really
laugh.
saying shit like that before?
It's seriously
Kevin Hart?
funny.
Seriously funny,
Remember,
yeah.
seriously funny. When
Okay,
he was like,
he was talking about punching his daughter in the throat. and shit
not
like
his,
that.
not his daughter, his son.
His son, yeah, you know, shit like that.
He's like, he
like-
seen his son playing with another boy, and he bent over. He was like, hey, stop that, that's gay.
He wouldn't say that now.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
he
but it's,
wouldn't- he
but it's
wouldn't
like,
say that
now,
but it's like,
yeah.
all right, come on now, like, yo, I have gay friends that if you say something crazy, they're gonna pause you. They're gonna pause
Wow.
you. So it's like, fam,
Should be
stop
mad
being so
subjective.
sensitive. You
Should
get what I'm
be mad
saying?
subjective.
There's a diff. I mean, we all know the difference between somebody who's joking and somebody who's just being blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
of course.
Well,
Yeah.
you would think some people, but obviously not everybody knows
Right.
because then they wouldn't be complaining. But they be fishing for people. They be fishing.
They
like,
just
People
complain
pick
'cause
and
they want
choose
to.
what they want to bother them too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they pick
What I-
and choose.
We're getting back to people being sensitive. That's
What
what
I find crazy is how if you say anything about somebody who's gay, they'll like get you out of here. But Let one of them take a picture in blackface. It just goes under the rug. Just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a bully tactic.
Like Dave Chappelle said, like, you know, they can use that gay card until they got to be white again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this special, but from what I heard,
It was good.
I heard it wasn't, because I like Dave Chappelle, but he doesn't really get me. He doesn't get me like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's great though. But it's just everything isn't for everybody. But from what I've been hearing, I heard what he said wasn't even that offensive.
It wasn't.
At all.
I didn't think it was offensive at all. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so maybe this might be a lighter topic, but we'll see. No, you know what? Let me do the lighter topic. All right, so sorry. Okay. So this is just a little break between the serious topics. So Demi Lovato, you guys know who that is.
Oh man.
This
This is like
I was reading it. I was like, what?
Isn't that the one that when 21 Savage was going through what he was going through, she was like making jokes about him or something?
Was it her? Or was it Ariana Grande? I don't remember.
I think
It was
Demi.
her.
It was
Demi
Demi. I remember.
Lovato.
it was
What did
her.
she say? I forgot.
She said something, I think, in the sense of trying to be down with all the memes and shit that was going on about 21 Savage.
Okay.
And they was like, wait, hold up, wait, what? And kind of like, people was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like,
Like,
shut the fuck
yeah.
up. Stay in your lane. Do some pop music.
So now she's defending.
She's defending aliens. So first off, y'all know Demi Lovato. She's big on like being inclusive, and she's big on like the LGBTQ plus IA or something. They added IA to it.
That's why I was just saying elemental P.
I forgot what IA stands for, but
I'll
it's
look it
like,
up.
look it up. LGBTQIA. And now she calls herself they. Like that's her pronoun. So she doesn't want to be he or she, just they. So like if you see people talking about her in magazines, they'll say they said this because that's how they're gonna whatever.
Okay.
So she said that my fans should know that I do not call them so she doesn't call aliens because she thinks it's derogatory. And that she calls them extraterrestrials. So my question was, first and foremost, what's I?
Okay. Now there's also I for intersex, A for ally or asexual, depending on who you're talking to.
Intersex.
And often a plus sign meant to cover anyone else who's not included. You see? Those people who fuck raccoons. I'm telling you.
All right, we'll look up intersex another time.
Just
I don't know.
alphabet people.
Who made her, like, how does she communicate with aliens is my thing. Because it's like, how do you know what's derogatory for them? What if they don't like to be called extraterrestrials?
Like, extraterrestrials is better than being called an alien?
I feel like, hell no, it's not. Alien is
you basically
way better.
calling them all of them ET.
You know what I look at that as? That's like aliens and extraterrestrials. That's like black nigga.
Pretty much.
You think so?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, but you see, she thinks of it as the other way around.
She's being politically correct on what an alien.
On what? But like, who asked her and who cares?
Yeah,
That's my thing.
Right.
Apparently, though,
100%.
Apparently,
She's
she
the
was in
aliens?
She had an experience with a UFO encounter in a national park. To me, that sounds like she did some shrooms.
Yeah.
And she's
a druggie. Like,
thought
come on,
she
man.
saw something.
Tripping.
And I don't know. But my whole thing is like, do you guys feel like aliens is a derogatory term in general? Like the way we use aliens here.
I feel like our generation
Like if
doesn't
you don't have
use
it, what is it?
as a
Alien is like when you're not a
derogatory term.
citizen. That's what we refer to them as,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's supposed to.
I
I
mean,
feel
that
like
means
it's
you're not
supposed
from
to
there,
be.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're an alien, you're from somewhere
right.
out
And
there.
I'm sure
You're not
aliens
from
call
here.
us aliens from wherever they are.
We
They
are
smart. They know what
aliens
we
to
are.
them.
To
We
them,
are
we're
aliens
aliens.
to them.
I think because she kind of said people were making such a big thing about it. What she was trying to say is when we use aliens here, talking about like immigrants and stuff.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
That's
make it
offensive.
sound offensive, like illegal aliens coming across the border type shit.
Okay.
Well, if you make
That's
it
what
sound
she
like
was.
that,
That's what she was saying.
What she was.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for her saying it like that, we shouldn't call them aliens like people from outer space.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what.
Okay.
yeah,
But
fuck
also, if you
them.
think about just something more regular, if you think of an alien, like if you, I know we don't say it that much, but if you say someone's an alien, they're weird, no? They're like an outcast. They're like
They don't
different.
belong.
They don't belong. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So I feel like it is a derogatory term, but our generation uses alien like we embrace differences now. We
do.
We don't
I was about to
necessarily
say
use
because
it.
like weirdos would tell you that
Yeah,
they're
they're weird.
alien,
Right, because they
they're
embrace
aliens.
that they're weird, so
That's
it's
like
okay.
the first thing
Like
they say.
I mean, how would y'all react if like a UFO came down and aliens came out of there? Since we're so embracive and inclusive, like y'all about to be chopping it up with a bunch of aliens, like
First and foremost,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't. First and foremost, I got trust issues as is.
I don't know how I react.
You got
I don't
here.
know what I
how?
would do. Do they speak English? Like,
Word.
What if they do speak English?
do they eat?
I'm sure they. I'm sure.
what do they
I'm
eat?
sure they would have been here for a substantial
Trying to get
amount
food
of
with
time
them?
to learn the ways.
Any allergies? Let me know. Like
No,
what?
I'm saying like you know how like the first thing is like
Oh, like, do they eat
zombies,
humans?
aliens, yeah.
Oh,
Like I'm gonna shake your hand and I'll be like,
because she
you
said,
gonna be
"What do they
like-
eat?" And I'm like, "Why you trying to get food? Like, what are you trying to do?"
I don't know. I feel like they would resemble us in a way.
I feel like they would be like,
You
they
know
would
what I'm
look just like us, like clones.
Probably
But we also adapt to like our environment. So what if they come
they
from
would
like a
adapt
planet,
to theirs.
right? So it may not be the same. I don't
But
know.
I'm saying that's why I
I
say there'll
would
be some
love-
resemblance.
I know that there's other life forms.
That's a fact.
Like our universe is so big.
Yeah.
Like
Come on.
That's a fact.
Especially in the sea, in the deep water. Like
I believe in sea creatures.
Me too.
I do. I
Nah,
mean,
for real.
you can't go all the way down there.
Yeah.
you ever
The pressure
gone?
will kill you.
Yeah.
You ever
it's
went
too
on
dense.
YouTube and like looked up like I look
No,
up
I'm
videos of
not
people who
doing
claim
that.
they saw like
Loch Ness
mermaids
Monster and all
or
of that?
yeah.
I feel like that
I
stuff
be
is gonna
believing
pop up
it.
now
That shit
on
looks
my-
real, and I hope it is real because I think that that's dope.
I
like
think Bigfoot is real.
really?
Yeah. Word.
You think Bigfoot is like where would Bigfoot be at?
Right.
Do you think it's like a
Where he
species or it's just
chill at? Where
like,
he
like,
chill
like
at?
a couple of them in America?
You know what I feel like Bigfoot is? I feel like Bigfoot is like the Neanderthals that didn't fully evolve, that didn't die out. That's like,
Oh, like a leftover.
yeah.
I mean, that's fucked up, but like
That's
I know what
kind
you
of
mean.
wild. That
Damn.
left over, but yeah,
Like a
I know what you
leftover,
mean.
like
Yeah.
you know what I
You
mean?
just offended the Neanderthal.
We about to get canceled now. Nah. Yeah, I would like to see aliens though, but not like I don't want to go on their planet and chop it up.
Nah.
Like I would like to be in like a what the fuck is it called? A space shuttle and just like observe and just see if
I'm
it
not
exists.
going in their space shuttle.
Why? No, our own, like an American one, and we go and we travel the galaxy and we look to see if there's other life forms.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I'd
Yeah.
be
The
down.
neon lights got
Nah.
you
First
thinking
of
of a
all,
sci-fi
first of
film
all,
right
it
now.
says they said it takes what days to go to
I thought it was months.
months to go to
Mars?
Mars.
Nah, hell no, years.
Oh, yeah, years
Years?
for Mars.
Years.
That's
It probably
crazy.
take you like
You're not taking no trip nowhere. You about to
If things
dedicate
were
the rest of your
different.
life
Right?
to
It's
this
over.
trip.
Y'all never gonna see me
If
again. like-
it didn't take years, you know, if it took months, I think I would go. I'm not gonna lie.
If it
wouldn't
took
go.
months is doable.
And I
Years,
can survive
I
over there. Like we good.
if there was any
7
malfunction
months to Mars.
on the way to get
7
there,
months to get there to Mars.
Okay, so like a year and a half total, maybe, like going and coming. It's not
If
bad.
no other crazy shit happens on the way, or coming
Right,
back.
because you don't. If something goes wrong out there,
It's
it's,
out.
over.
Exactly.
It's
We
over.
not, we not
Who
built,
gonna help you?
we not built
It's
for being
over.
out there. Can't breathe out there. Nothing. So I'll
Yeah.
stay here. God made me for here, so I'm gonna stay here.
What, so y'all wouldn't, because they said like eventually, well, it was rumored, eventually we could go to Mars.
You know, I think that they're lying.
Why?
Cause ever since they so-called went to the moon, have they ever been back?
Never been back.
They're
I don't even
liars.
think they went in the first
Exactly.
place.
Hollywood.
Yeah, like I don't
Listen,
think they went in the
They
first
can make
place.
Optimus Prime look real. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe we went to the moon either.
And they just went up there and put an American flag on there and
I never
just
heard
made a
that.
U-turn.
But what if
and
we-
went
what
back.
if-
There's wind up there too.
But what
I
if
got the
Earth?
flag rippling.
What if Earth got so bad that Mars was like our last resort and we had to go?
Y'all ever seen that movie Wall-E, the cartoon?
Yeah, I seen
Yes.
that. I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go?
Nah.
You'd just
God
be doomed
didn't.
here?
God didn't make me for there.
But what if it's optimal conditions for us and we could thrive and just start fresh on a new planet?
First and foremost, who gonna
And be Martians.
Who gonna be running things over there?
It'll be the same thing as now.
Nah,
Literally the
I'm
same
good.
thing, just on Mars.
So you're just gonna stay here and die?
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's my time. It's my time, yo.
Oh, fuck it. I respect it.
We got more room on the
Why I say
spaceship.
that is because I'm not about to leave one planet where we were scrutinized to go to
Yeah.
a whole other planet to be
And go the
scrutinized
same
again.
shit.
Like,
We
nah,
already
I
on
feel
this
you.
planet
Nah.
dying already. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go over there for what?
Nah, I'm good.
If they had life,
I'll let them go.
If we can live
then,
forever,
and
over
whoever
there,
stays
then
here with me, we can figure it out. We adapt.
Right.
We're an adaptive species.
If you could live forever over there, then alright, sign me up.
Not even I want to live forever. That's
Yeah, I don't
sad.
want to live forever. I thought when I was younger, I wanted to.
I
That's
wouldn't
sad
want to
because you will
either,
watch
but-
all your friends and people
Everybody
you love
just
die.
dead.
You see
Yeah,
their kids
I'm
grow up and everything after that,
And
you
they
just be
die.
here.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it gets boring after a while.
See, that's
After a
whole
while, you
other
get
topic.
numb. Like,
Immortality.
you wouldn't
Shit.
even have any emotions anymore.
This is heavy.
All right, wait. We talking about this? Sorry, it's a
How
tangent.
did you get here?
I don't know, but now I want to talk about this.
About to live on Mars.
I know, like what the fuck?
Live
Wait, hold
forever.
on. Last thing, and then we wrap up that topic. I watch a show called The Good Place on Netflix. It's really good. You should check it out. It finished already, but it's good. But anyway, spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched it. At the end, everyone ends up in heaven. Fine. But what they noticed, the newbies in heaven, what they noticed was like everybody else in heaven, they weren't happy anymore. And they were like, how y'all not happy? Y'all in heaven. Like, you guys can still travel the world, eat whatever you want. Like, you're in heaven. You get anything you want.
Right.
After a while, it was like, but we're tired of being here. Like, we never can die again. We've already done everything we could do. We've seen everything we could see. Like, we've experienced everything. So, like, the people had to create another way for them to die a second time and completely vanish, like disappear. So finally, people in heaven were really able to move on and just become like dust. And that's it. They didn't exist anymore. So my question is like, how do you feel about, like, do you think about that? Like, yo, if I die and you believe in heaven and you end up in heaven and it's eternal life, like, are you comfortable with knowing you're going to be immortal now in heaven forever? Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's no... I feel like when you know you're about to die, you live a certain way. Like right now in life, we live like, okay, I may die one day, so I'm going to live my life to the fullest. I'm going to experience this. I'm going to say yes to this opportunity because I don't want to die with regrets. But in heaven, when you already experience everything and you live everything to the fullest in heaven, it's like, okay, now what?
That's when I chop it up with God. He created us, so
Yeah.
and he created the heavens and the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you must know what the purpose is of why you wanted us to have everlasting life when we got here. So
And maybe it'll be different up there. We probably will feel so like fulfilled because I think that too.
I feel like there'd be no sin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So can I throw like a wrench in here?
Yeah.
What if you come back as something else?
Oh, reincarnation.
Yeah. Like, do you believe in that?
I believe in
Are
reincarnation.
you like open to that?
I'm open
type
to
of
it. Because none of us
possibility?
know what happens.
Yeah.
In reality, we don't.
Which would you prefer? Everybody.
I would prefer reincarnation, I feel like.
Same.
I'll go to heaven.
Whew. I think I'll go to heaven if, like you say, we have a purpose. But I'm sure eventually, maybe it won't take me 100 years, but 150 years, I'm going to be like, all right, so what we doing? Feel
Right.
me? Like, I need some type of purpose. Like,
Right. You need
you know,
purpose.
yeah, like if I'm just
Like, we
doing
all need a
whatever
purpose.
I want,
Exactly.
I feel like
eventually it's going to be like, okay, like,
I feel like if we were to experience heaven, I don't feel like we would. I feel like we wouldn't really be concerned with the concept of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we wouldn't be, and there'd be no concern for that.
Yeah.
Now, why I wouldn't do reincarnation is because, do I really want to do this all over again?
But you're not gonna be the same. You may come back as like a who knows, like as an eagle or
Yo,
A lion.
I watched the Discovery Channel, yo.
Or
Animal Kingdom
a
is
tree.
brutal.
a tree.
and
I don't know if I want to be a
Nah,
tree.
They don't get no love, bro. We need them, and they get chopped and burnt down left and
Yeah.
right. Like that's
I-
short
yeah.
lifespan, unless you're gonna be a redwood tree.
I think the fear.
he really watched Discovery Channel.
Nah, he really does. Nah, but like I feel like reincarnation, you run the risk. Like you don't know what you'll come back as. So I think
You
the
could be
fear
a-
of
you could-
that.
But
You
to
could
be
be an
honest,
ant.
but
You could be a roach.
it don't matter what you come back as, whether it's a living thing. Like we all can die. You know what I'm saying? Like you come back as a fly, that's pretty shitty. But shit, like
Pun intended.
Right.
exactly. But like it's just as bad as if you was like a dog, because that dog can get sick one day, or it's gonna get old. It ain't
That's
gonna be as
true.
mobile. It's gonna,
I
it's
keep
just
thinking
gonna
of all
break
these
down.
movies. There's another movie that like the dog. He had like a first owner, and he keeps dying and coming back as a different dog. And
Oh yes, I've seen that movie.
And eventually, his whole purpose is that he finds his initial owner again, but he remembers what he was the first life. But he had like 10 lives. the dog. So he finally finds his initial owner.
What's the name of that movie?
I forgot, but
Can't
it's
be
cute.
all dogs go to heaven because that dog ain't go to heaven.
Facts.
Nah, he kept dying.
We'll look it
That was
up.
my shit too.
We'll look it
And
up.
it's crazy,
both
like
it, part
in
1 and
some
2.
lives,
Yeah.
it was a crazy movie. Like for it to be a family movie, like in some lives he was a puppy and he just like starved to death and died. And then some lives he like grows out, he has like a lover, like another dog friend, and then that friend dies, and then he gets old and he dies. And then some lives he gets hit by a car, he dies. Like, so it's crazy, yeah. So
It shows you.
I don't
I
know.
would-
It's a heavy question. Reincarnation
Yeah.
or immortality is
I just-
heavy.
It's tough.
I'd rather
Not
I go
sure.
with God. I'm saying
No,
'cause
that makes sense.
I feel like after a while you could be like, yo, just clip it for me.
Yeah, like I'm ready.
You know what I'm saying?
Full
Like, I'm saying, like, yo, you're the creator. So I'm like,
It's true. Everything
he
has
probably
its
be
time.
like, clip it for you for how long? Couple years? All right.
All right, but what if you could come back and be like somebody, like a loved one of yours that passed? What if you could come back as them? But in,
That's
but-
kinda- that's-
but in like a different, I don't know, like time zone or some shit.
Like
I
a
don't
different
know.
mode, like
Oh,
like
that's
a
different.
multiverse.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
in a
multiverse.
parallel universe. Like
Yeah, that's on some DC comics type shit. Like,
Yeah, like,
Honestly, nah.
Now, you know
Because you know what it
what?
is? I spent so much time being me, I wouldn't want to be anybody else or anything else.
but with reincarnation, I don't believe you ever remember.
And
That's true.
Yeah, nah,
Like, you don't even remember that you were somebody else.
you probably only feel that you've been here before.
That's the thing. Like, don't you feel like you go places or you meet people and you're like, yo, I feel like I've known you my whole life. You
I
probably
feel-
did know them in another life,
Yeah.
though.
I be feeling like I've been here before, for real.
Like, we were all probably friends in another life,
I
in
be
a different
knowing
way.
shit that I don't have no recollection of how I got that knowledge at all. I swear to God.
dreams.
But like in another life,
Probably.
dreams.
but in another life, like this wasn't my friend, this was like my mom. Or
Right.
you wasn't my
Yeah.
you wasn't my
Shit.
friend,
Okay.
you was like my husband.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
my friend, you was my brother. You feel what I'm saying?
Or like my boss at some job or
That's what I'm
something.
saying.
It's like, yeah,
so
I
that's
believe
why
in
I
that
feel. And then
too.
I also, if you really think about some of the relationships you have in your life and how you guys are connected, but it's sometimes you really like, yo, how?
Like, how did this
why?
happen?
Like, we're nothing
Yeah.
alike. Like, why the fuck do I even like you? Like, I don't even know, but it's because
It's that feeling. You
you
just
have
feel
past
it.
lives. Yeah.
it could be that, or
Could be that.
it could be it was meant to be. It's a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that you meet in your life, there's a purpose for that.
Either a reason or a season.
Exactly. So that could be the people that you meet that you felt like you've known forever. Those are the people that you've met for a reason. And
They say it's like to learn a lesson or to, I don't know what Top says, but yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of meant to be, switch gears here. All right. So, okay. So this was a post from some girl seeking advice. So she said, my sister has been with her man for 7 years. I have been sleeping with him for 2 years, but he won't leave her. I threatened to tell her, but he always talks me out of it. I believe if he tells her that she will be okay with him dating us both. She is a real free spirit. Wondering if I should tell her or wait for him to tell her. I am tired of sneaking when I am sure she will be down. Want to be clear that we will be in 2 separate houses, not all in one house. That is nasty. She is my sister. So being in the same house all together is nasty because you're sisters. But fucking her man and having him date both of you isn't nasty. Like, that shit makes no
Make it make
sense
sense.
to me. Like,
Make it
please make it.
sense.
That should be a segment.
gotta get
And
a-
we talk about the
gotta
dumb
get a shirt
shit.
that says "Make it make sense."
Please.
Please,
Bro, I
because
say this, I probably say make it make sense every day.
that's a segment. We need to write that down. Anthony, record that. I mean,
Cameras are
nah, like write it down. Send it in the group chat so I can put it in the keeps. All right. So anyway, what advice would you give this young lady? Should she tell her sister or should she wait for the guy to tell her?
First and foremost.
Advice.
First and foremost.
Yeah. What advice would you
She's
give?
so far gone already. Like she's gone.
You already proved you wasn't loyal to her because you smashing her man.
That's tough. Like her own sister.
So
How did y'all even start fucking smack? How does he feel
Are they
about
twins?
it?
Oh, it doesn't say. So I'm not
It's
sure.
heavy, man.
I'm not sure.
I don't even make it better.
And apparently, the
kinda
sister
goes
is a
back-
free spirit, so I guess she figured her sister would be fine with it. But it's like, if you thought she would be fine with it, then why?
Why you
initially?
hesitating?
Why
Why
didn't you
hiding?
just go to her and be like, "Yo, I'm feeling your man. You seem like you're free. You're my sister. Do you mind if we all enjoy this situation?"
Literally,
Like, she could have went to her
sister-wives.
first before fucking him for 2
if
years.
your sister is allegedly this free spirit.
That's what I'm saying. If she's
gotta
gonna be
hide
cool with it, why didn't you come at her?
But
with
it's
it?
her man. It's her man that's not cool with it. The husband's not cool with it, right?
No,
That's what it
no.
is.
The husband
he
is
don't wanna
cool with
tell.
it because he doesn't want to tell the sister.
That's what I'm saying. He's not cool with telling the sister. and
Right.
She
Because
don't want
he went
to.
behind her back.
Right.
It's a secret.
So there's no saving the situation then.
Nah,
That's
it's
what I
over.
think. It's
'Cause-
quiet.
But she's in a fucked up position, but she's in the best position because
She knows
she could
everything.
the sister could divorce him and not be his wife anymore. You can't divorce your sister. That's your sister
That's true.
from the womb to the tomb. Now y'all might not have that relationship. That bond might be fucked up because of that. But
Oh,
at the end of
yeah.
the day, that's still your.
The bond's fucked up, and I feel like after that,
There's no trust.
I'm not looking at you the same way. You're not my sister no more.
You are op, you enemy.
Yeah. Like,
God.
I agree. So that's that on
I know,
that, I guess.
I know people have open relationships, but and they're and everybody has the right to like make their own type of relationship, no judgment,
Right.
But they gotta be honesty. If you don't got honesty, like come on, like in a different lifetime, maybe that would have worked if y'all went about it the right way. I know it sounds nasty, but we don't know. But y'all just lying and scheming behind each other. And
That's
just-
gross. I don't want to share. And like, you're my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You all right over there?
There's a
a
fly
fly.
over here that was
Fucking
like
fly. In
Is it
there,
the
bro.
same? It might be the
It's
same one from the last
motherfucker from
time.
last episode.
Yo, Karate Kid over here.
So, I guess this leads into the next topic. All right. First off,
This makes you nervous.
have you ever checked your partner's phone or had your phone checked by your partner? Honestly. Have you ever checked?
I did
Yes
one
and
time.
yes.
Okay.
I've had my phone checked before.
You've had yours, but did you check hers?
Nah.
Okay. And
So you haven't checked anyone's phone?
I had my phone checked
I
mad
don't
times.
check. I don't check.
And you've checked your partners too?
When I was probably like 20,
Okay.
19, 20.
I've done both. Well, both have been done
I did it
to
both.
me.
Yeah,
And
makes
I've-
sense.
yeah,
I don't look.
Yes
through
and
phones.
yes.
So you never looked through a phone. All right.
Like I already knew better not to look.
When-
And then I just was like, yo, I don't trust this bitch.
Right.
So I looked.
You found something?
Of course.
Oh,
and then I
shit.
was like, damn, I shouldn't have looked.
So when you found, did you say anything to her?
Of course.
Okay.
Right
Did y'all
away.
stay together?
Nah, it was over after that.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Now, when your partner looked through your phone, I'm asking the guys for now. Unless you want to answer.
Oh, I'll
It's
go
up to
after.
you.
No problem.
So when your girl checked your phone, did she find anything?
No, but she missed it. She thought she did. It's like you didn't find anything, but
You're still wrong.
it's like this.
It's still your fault.
What happened
Hold on,
was
what happened
If you
was
fucking sent a smiley
not
face, you was
even.
wrong. Why the fuck you sending her
Exactly.
smiley faces?
Like any
I know.
conversation that she would, any other female in the text along
It was
that
an
she would have
issue.
seen, it would have been a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Hi,
like,
mom. That was the issue.
How about you, Zenzel?
What?
If your partner, when your partner checked your phone, did she find anything?
Same.
Same
like,
thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She did find something, but it was still nothing.
Okay. Do you want to get into it or no?
Nah. It's pretty recent.
I don't know
Okay,
how
okay,
much I'm
okay.
gonna get into, but I'll get into it.
But they didn't leave, or did they leave?
nah, they didn't leave.
So it probably wasn't even that
It
serious.
wasn't. It wasn't nothing.
All right.
But you made it out to be something because you wanted to find something.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I asked this is because it said, why would people go through so much to catch their partner cheating and still not leave? So it's like,
That's a good question.
you went through it, you found something, big or small, whatever. Let's say it was big. Let's say they found something, but then they still stay. Like, I know girls who find shit and still stay. And I'm sure you guys do too. And maybe guys too. Guys probably look through their girls' phones and find some shit and still stay. So why is that? What would be, like, what's the point of going through if you know deep down you don't really want to leave? So what are you checking all this? Like, what are you checking the information for if you're not going to do nothing with it?
Is it just a fuck? Is it love?
Okay.
Is it that you're not happy? What is it? What's the intention behind it? What's missing? What's not missing? That's what I would be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also the honesty part, of course, above anything else. Like, half the time, this is just my thought. It's not even necessarily the action. It's how the sneakiness, the dishonesty. That's really what bothers somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Half the time, like, if it was, and I say this, like, with discretion, if it was just a fuck one time, depending on how deep y'all are, you know, and everyone's different. I can't speak on everybody. But if it was just a fuck one time, depending on how deep y'all are, like, we gotta see what happened. You feel me? I feel like that's really the intention. Like, what's going on that this had to happen? Like, what?
Okay. Okay, so do you feel like there has to be some type of, like, insecurity or rockiness in the relationship for somebody to even do that in the first place?
Possibly.
Right?
Possibly.
Insecurity.
Or do you feel like everything be great and that person, or you just feel like you want to check just to check? Like, what is it?
Too.
You know what it is?
Like, maybe this is too good, so let me see if it, you know what I mean?
I feel like that's what it is.
Is that what?
It's too good. It might be too good to be true.
Too good to be true, yeah.
Because, man.
Yeah.
Too good to be true and you checking. You deserve to get cheated on.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole
No,
fact.
but that's really, that'd be what it is.
That's a whole
But see,
fact.
but no, that's a problem, like, within yourself, though.
Yeah.
It's an insecurity
It's an
Like, yo, I
within
don't
yourself.
deserve it.
Like,
It's like, this is too good.
that's
'Cause it's
horrible.
like, all right, they either think it's
That's
too good
so
to be
bad.
true, or they think you got all the holes.
Or you got like a whole second life.
You got all
a
the
whole life
yeah.
other than what you have with that person.
I ain't gonna hold you. A nigga used to get accused of just being asleep. So I know it's like I guess it's like a
blessing and a curse.
one they already think it's too good to be true, and they're already dealing with some insecurity.
Right.
Their
Not
own.
over.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
mixture.
Okay. What would you say to somebody who's listening, maybe, who feels like they want to check their man's phone? A woman.
Mind your business.
You would just tell her not to do it.
Don't do it.
What about a man? Same thing?
Mind your business. First of all, you
Mind
a
over
man.
matter.
You're not even supposed to be moving like that.
Do you feel like you would have been better off, or you would have found out anyway if you didn't check?
Yeah.
Like, do you guys believe everything comes to light
definitely.
anyway?
Yeah,
Everything be coming to light. Yeah, it's true.
for sure.
I feel like if I did like back then, if I didn't look, it would have came out because it was like after a while, that person starts moving real reckless. They get comfortable thinking that you're never gonna find out.
Right.
That
They
it's
get
like-
sloppy.
Exactly.
I guess they slack off.
So it's like
And I can speak for myself. Anytime that, like, I checked a guy's phone, it was literally because something was off. And I'm like, what's going on?
I think I just be wanting to know shit.
I don't know. Like I'm
Like,
also,
something's not adding
So
up. I'm
you-
asking you.
So you would go through a phone even
Oh, I have.
if it's sweet. Like if
I have-
everything's all good.
No, not if everything's all good. But if there's like, if I was asking you questions about shit, and every time I asked you, you were giving me a lot of vague responses. For me, it's like, you're not really looking me in my eye when I'm asking you these questions. And then when I'm asking you, you kind of giving me like a runaround, and like details are changing. Like, I ask you the question on Monday, and then I wait 2 weeks, ask you again, and now you're giving new details, changing the old. Like, it's not adding up. So with that right there, it's like, all right, you're not gonna tell me the truth, so now I'm gonna find out, and that's it. Now I'm gonna find out the truth for me, and then we could. And it may not even be nothing big. It may just be something simple. But then it's like, if it's something simple, why are you lying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's not that serious, then just be real about it. Because you make it bigger when you're lying.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like, you know what I mean?
That's a
It
fact.
makes it
It's
bigger
like,
than
it
it
makes
is.
it bigger than it is.
I've
So
gotten
it's
to
like,
a point. It's like, yo, if you're gonna hurt my feelings, I'd rather you hurt my feelings
right, straight
and
up.
tell me what's good than for me just to be in the darkness. Like, you feel me?
But you
Like,
see, when you say that, no shade, but like, men will be like, yeah, right, you don't want to know the truth, because then when we tell you the truth, it's still not good. Like,
It's a
like they
fact.
feel like they're fucked either way. So it's like, you may say that, but honestly, if your man did hurt you and tell you the truth, would it really be better off? Would you really take it easy on him? I feel like we'd be wilding no matter what.
Same. It'd be the same. I feel like it'd be the same.
Probably be worse.
Probably be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, yo, because then here'd be the female. You don't give a fuck about
'Cause
me.
then
You
Yeah.
just
it
so
would be-
blunt. You just so blunt.
Yeah,
and
it would be
outright
like
with
the
it.
audacity.
You just came out of jail. And it's just,
You got the nerve
like, you didn't
to
consider
tell me
my
that?
feelings.
Listen,
the delivery
I
was
don't
going.
know.
I feel like, yeah. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it
What delivery?
depends. It
What
depends.
delivery?
Yeah. there's no right time.
There's
no right way.
How are you gonna tell the person that you've been
Yeah.
with for I don't know how long that you're cheating on them? Like,
right.
how are you gonna tell them? So there is no right way to go about it. I understand all of that, but like just to be, what's right to do? What is right to do? Let's talk about morality. Like, what's right to do? Like,
morality.
my nigga, like, what's right to do? You're gonna keep lying, living a different life, dealing with whatever is missing with you. Like, you know, like, I hate when people be like, oh, whatever you don't know will hurt you. Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I believe in that.
You do?
I do wholeheartedly.
You
I
do?
am such an ignorance is bliss person.
But then
like,
isn't that like hypocritical? Because you say
no, it
that
is
you've been through
hypocritical.
phones.
Yeah, of course. That's why, and it fucked me up every time. So that's why I'm like, it would have been better if I didn't know. It would have been better
So
if I
would you
didn't
still go through
it.
a phone this
No,
day?
now I'm like done. PTSD. If your phone lights up, I don't even want to look. Now I'm like this, like
Over
here.
it.
So what are you gonna do with those thoughts?
You're just gonna get over it.
I just bury them, like I bury all my other
That's not good.
feelings.
Man.
Like, that's it.
It's not
That's not
good.
good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not good.
not.
No, but like you still wait. Why isn't it good?
Bury
Because
feelings?
if
Oh,
you
this is a whole segment.
If you have those thoughts and
No. All right. Wait. What do you mean? Like if I don't trust the person?
Yeah, like what? All right,
If
let's
you
say
have
all
any
those thoughts in the
insecurities-
back.
Oh.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with all those suspicions, those questions that's in the back of your mind?
No,
You just
but
gonna
all right.
suppress it? You just gonna tuck it somewhere?
If I'm in a new relationship and I have suspicions, I want to say 9 times out of 10 it's because of what I've already been through in my past.
Okay.
So I'm placing baggage on somebody who doesn't deserve it.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna act on that because I'm taking my own insecurities and I'm putting it on them. Out of nothing, because like we could be good, we could be great. It's only if I feel like I'm asking you stuff, like I told you, like if I'm asking you shit and you acting funny, then yeah, I'm gonna check because it's like you're not being real. But if I feel like the person I'm with is being real, is being honest, they're not moving funny, I'm not questioning anything they're doing, I'm not gonna let any past bullshit that I went through like fuck that up.
I feel you.
But I'm still not gonna like look at his phone or anything, just in case. Like just in
'Cause-
case, I just would rather be happy. Like ignorance is bliss.
Because what I was trying to say is the point I was trying to make is when you tuck things away, that shit always finds its way back.
For sure,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
Like,
yeah.
You're gonna be thinking back like, yo, why the hell do I even feel this way?
Right.
What even triggered me to even
You
feel
get triggered
this?
easily because you
You know
have
what
it
I'm
in
saying?
there already.
You don't even remember because you didn't had it tucked away so
Right.
far along. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, so that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, no.
That's toxic.
No, yeah, that's toxic.
That's like when
With
men,
that, no.
when we suppress our feelings
facts.
and then we blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't even tell you why we blow up. Like it's just, yo, I just had enough. Like
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think that that's mature. But at some point, whatever's pushing me to feel that feeling,
Yeah. You have
to
like
face
that
it.
insecurity, I have to
Yeah,
face
you
it.
have to face it.
Yeah. But in terms of what you're saying, then I completely agree.
Right.
Like if everything's good, he's not giving you no.
Yeah, like let's not
negative
ruin
signs.
it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Don't
Toni,
ruin
don't
it.
fuck it up.
Because
Don't
a
fuck it up,
lot
Toni.
of girls like they'll be in a good situation
And they
and then they
self-sabotage.
fucking ruin it by doing shit like that, and it's like,
Self-sabotage, yeah.
why did you even like for what?
what if, you know, the woman's intuition, you know, that's the thing. Like what if that's talking to you and telling you like, yo, like,
But the woman's intuition comes.
What's
Don't
that?
do that.
What's
Don't
that?
even.
Wait,
He
say
said
it
it's
again.
called a period.
Say it again for
Listen.
the ones in the back.
You are toxic as fuck.
Say, what's that?
It's called a period.
Whoa.
Oh Lord, I'm mercy on myself.
First of all, fuck you, because that's not what that is. We're not about to blame PMS on nothing. No, but I gotta defend
Nah,
the
you gotta-
women.
you
all
gotta-
right.
You gotta blame it
Monthly
on.
bleeders.
You gotta blame
The
it.
monthly bleeders.
I'm done.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah,
Wait, what were you saying? You were making a point.
Was I?
Fuck. See, men ruining it with their
Denzel was
bullshit.
talking. I interrupted him.
Nah, she was saying
What
something.
did I say? Fuck.
You said you
Nobody
agree.
listened.
Oh fuck. You said you agree with me, and then you said
but I made
if you
a point.
feel something though.
Oh, he said women's intuition. So I was all I was gonna say was that woman's intuition is when it's not just that thought. Usually, unless it comes from an insecurity within, everything's good. Usually, that thought doesn't come dry. It's not like, oh, I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, oh, what's good with you? Like,
Yeah.
No, it's like I'm talking to you
It's a build up.
and I'm like, babe, let's talk. and you coming dry, or like you're not looking at me in my eye, like the vibe is off.
You
That's
feel
a
that.
woman's intuition. Like
Yeah.
she thinks that she's getting these negative, like something's off with you.
Yeah.
So that's women's intuition.
Yeah.
Like they hinting shit. Y'all don't know that we hinting shit, and we're not getting the response that we would want, and then we're like,
That ain't really
no.
women's intuition, but that's just normal people shit.
But that's what it is, though. That's what I'm saying. Usually for me, I'll say for me. I'll speak for myself.
I think what you're saying leads into, okay, my intuition is telling me that something's wrong, but it's just based on the energy that you're receiving. So you're just
Yeah.
interpreting it as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't wake up tomorrow and I'm like, oh, something's wrong.
No, yeah, it has some.
You know,
y'all
it
gotta
all
do
comes
some
with
shit.
energy. It all comes with energy. Not necessarily
Most
do
of the time.
something, but if you know somebody, you know, like I know my man. Like if something's off, I could see it in his
Just like
eyes.
you know your girl.
He could wake up and I could see it in his eyes, like, okay, something's wrong. Not necessarily with us, but something's bothering him. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
like your head is down, or you wanna, I don't know, you wanna smoke more. I don't know, but you know your person.
Whatever it is, you know when
Yeah.
something's off.
You know your friend.
Even
you know
when
your
y'all try to
person.
front like, oh no, everything's fine. No, like we know that it's not fine.
Right.
It's true. Whew. All right. I feel like we only have like 2 more topics.
Okay.
But I kind of just want to get into one of them and we could forget about the other. We'll see. So I was watching Wine and Weed and
You really like this podcast.
so good.
I need
This
to watch it.
teacher gave a kid an edible. It was like in a prize box.
What grade?
They didn't say the grade. She was an elementary school teacher though.
Aye.
So they didn't say the grade. And she was like 27, I think, like around there. So she had like a prize box and there was some candy and stuff. So I guess he was a good student. She let him come up and pick candy. The first time he picked it up, it was an edible and she realized it and told him to put it back and pick something else. So he picked something else and it was another edible and it was like 350 milligrams of THC, whatever. So he took it. They found out, whatever. She got, I think, suspended or fired. But then they came up with the conversation where they felt like kids should be given weed to be calmed down. And they said they should be microdosed. So I actually posed this question on my Instagram, but I wanted to know, what do you feel? Like, you have 2
Yeah, so you
kids.
supposed to, yeah.
And you don't have kids, but you got nieces, nephews, whatever. Do you feel like kids should be microdosed?
No, I feel like that's the worst form of control. Why? Because children are supposed to be energetic, supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying?
Full
That's-
of life.
That's when you put
It's
them
called
into.
youth.
That's when you put them into, extracurricular activities, gymnastics, sports, or whatever the case may be, for them to burn that energy out. Now, you do that, and you're basically like doping them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That never
And I
sat
feel like
right
you're
with me.
dumbing them down too.
Yeah, at the same time, because one, they always say they advise for you not to smoke until you're about 21.
Right, because your brain
isn't fully
mhm.
developed.
Right.
Now you're doping them. What do you call
You're
it?
fucking them up early.
Exactly.
Early. Yeah, I don't really agree with it. I feel like 21 and over, we all should be microdosed though. I think everyone should be getting high and living their best
Okay,
lives.
but wait. What about
Honestly.
what about those kids that are extra hyper though? Because you know,
Okay.
I feel like,
So, did you have a point?
yeah.
No, go
like,
ahead.
Like that's like what you would consider somebody extra hype with
Like ADD?
ADHD or ADD.
I guess yeah,
Those people are usually the ones who come out to be geniuses.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you do that, you take that away from them, put them into something where they can as a parent, put them into something that
Where they can channel that energy.
exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I will say, because I work with kids who have ADD, ADHD, it's not always easy to get them interested into one thing because they might be interested, but they're still like, it's like in their brain, they're jumping around. So it's really hard to focus. So in that case, I don't know if weed helps. Some people say weed helps them focus. I think weed is a better medicine to give to a child than
drugs.
what they give. They give Adderall, they give Ritalin. Those are considered to be like meth and crack and coke.
Yeah.
So those drugs, and then the withdrawal from those drugs is heavy on the kids. It makes them like really down. Like it's rough. So I feel like weed, when they come down, they're just gonna go to sleep. and just be hungry.
Because I
feel like that's a better medicine to be given.
Why I think it's kind of messed up, because think about before times, you know what I'm saying? Before all of this stuff, they weren't doping the kids back then.
Nope.
They're not even doing that in certain countries and islands. It's just here.
Yeah.
And that's yeah, man, I don't like that. You shouldn't be, let the kids be kids. They were, all of us were really energetic as children.
Yeah.
That's where you're supposed to be as a child. And I feel like the more and more this time progresses, they're leaving less room for children to be children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Kids are growing up too fast.
People are lazier now.
Yeah.
Sometimes parents are, tired but lazier. Where take your kid outside and let that motherfucker run.
And running.
Tire themselves out.
Yeah, take them to the park.
They're gonna knock the fuck out. They're not gonna bounce around all day at home. If you take that as a park for an hour.
The minute they get in that car,
my nephew was hype, but what I used to do, I used to pick him up. I'll take him to the park, even if it's just me and him, and I wouldn't worry. Why? Because I knew how I was as a kid, and I'm like, there's gonna be other kids there. You're gonna make friends, and it happened every single time.
Kids make friends out of nothing.
And by the time I'm taking him home, he's in the back seat slumped. Like, we gotta burn that energy off.
Yeah.
We used to get taken to the park. I used to play basketball, ride scooters, skateboards, inline skates, play football, baseball, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's like, you gotta channel that energy.
Yeah.
It's mixy for me. I have 2 kids. One is 2 years old, and the other one's 8 months. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. Like, and then let's say my man's working and I just did a 12-hour shift and I'm home with them, like, whoa. It's like OD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So unfortunately, like, I don't have too much experience with kids with ADHD and ADD.
No, well, fortunately.
But I'm saying, like, I can't speak on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, not for my kids, I don't know, but I can't speak on it. Like, and honestly, up until, like, recent years, I've even questioned, like, the validity of those diseases, like, of those being diagnosed to kids. But I can't speak on it too much because I have not experienced too much with them. But it is hard. Like, and I can say, like, let's say something. I've given my 2-year-old melatonin. You know what I'm saying? For airplane ride, or once in a while, like, let's say, like, I know, like, we went out with family, and I know for sure that this kid is going to be up until 3-4 in the morning, and I'm like, no, bitch is tired. Like, oh, I'm giving you that melatonin, homie, like, quick. So I feel like if there was more studies, which there's not gonna be, because who's gonna voluntarily? Well, maybe who's gonna voluntarily who's gonna voluntarily say, like, okay, let me give my kid microdose weed.
There's probably parents already doing it.
Right, it could be.
Probably, and they just don't.
But
say
I feel like
they're afraid of being
if
judged.
there's a healthier way to help those kids that are already being taken out to the park, already we're trying to run them down, but it's 2-3 in the morning and they're still like, like, don't know what to do. Like, if it's not something that's manageable and you've exercised all other ways, then, like, to me, if it's proven safe, like, microdosing, like, and also it's not just THC. There's CBD. Like, there's other things that you can give kids. Like, but I'm not sure if it's safe. Like, I don't know. Like, they say, like, before 21 or 18, like, you shouldn't smoke. But how many studies really have been done on that?
Right.
We don't know. There's not too much. Like, we only know because people been smoking, like, since they was 12, 14, and we know what's up, like, the effects of it. But if there was more info on it, me as a mom, like, if they said, like, okay, like, this is not going to affect your child, like, it's a microdose, they're not going to feel high. Honestly, I would feel better if it was just CBD. Yeah. If there was, like, some kind of CBD, like, little, vitamin type thing. If my kid was older and I had an issue, like, literally, like, I'm taking them out to the park, exercising all of them. Yeah, maybe I would try.
And you do be taking your kids outside a lot. So kudos to you, bitch.
I say one thing. I realized since I started smoking, like short-term things, I'll forget. Like, we'll be having a conversation, and then let's say that, all right, something happens or somebody ring the doorbell real quick, and I'll come back and, yo, what was I saying again? Yeah. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I know it does that. Because it used to happen, but not as frequent until I started smoking. Yeah. But since I started smoking, my asthma hasn't bothered me. So yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I would think it would.
Last time my asthma bothered me was 2011, and I started smoking shortly after that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Pros and cons.
Healed.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of vodka in the baby bottle.
I'm done.
That's what they used to do back in the day.
Nah, they used to a thimble for the teething.
They use Ray and Neff, like white rum. Put that on their gums and then knock them out. That's what I hear like
That's
older Jamaicans.
When I had a cut when I was a kid, definitely didn't go to a hospital or anything. Definitely grabbed some alcohol and had some Ray and Nephew on my foot. What? Yeah.
Yo,
That's
Ray
your
and Nephew
healing?
is fam. I remember one time I was in high school. I had an
Closes your
OD
cut up in no time.
seconds. I had an OD like stomach ache, and my cousin gave me some Ray and Neff with honey. A shot of it. Gone.
What?
Fam, gone.
That's crazy.
It's like a potion. Like you could be stuffy. You could be feeling like congested.
He
Ray and
said
Neff.
potion.
You can even smell it. It'll shot
That's
it.
crazy.
The minute you open it, that's a fact.
All right, last topic for real, because I wanted to end on a lighter note, and then we're done.
Yeah.
So, during a heated argument, do you hang up after you've made your point, or do you let your partner speak
this on
before you hang
Instagram,
up? Yeah.
Nah.
What do you do?
I'm not closing the door. You could say your piece. It's just that's selfish of me. Yeah, I'm not just going.
Growth.
I'm not gonna just like.
I like it.
I'm not gonna just like say my piece and fuck your piece. Like, nah, like I want to know your piece too, because I want to know your perspective. Why did you feel the way you feel? Why are we in this anyway?
Grown man shit.
Like,
Grown man shit.
Grown man shit.
I'm not gonna close the door on your perspective. Why are we in this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in this shit by myself.
Oh, I love that for you. Nah, because a lot of people don't feel that way. The comments I got were hilarious.
When I
Like,
was reading them, I'm like,
people
damn.
just be hanging up,
And
it's
they
most-
own shit. Yo, if you read some of these responses, they was
They're
owning
no,
it too.
not today though.
They
It was
were
a
like,
couple weeks
fuck,
ago.
yeah. They were like, yo, nah, fuck that. I'm saying my piece and bye.
And you know what? It was
Toxicity is
mostly women
It
saying
was.
That
that.
they would hang up, right?
That they would
Because
hang
doors
up.
always
Well,
got
Most
no.
of the men said
not
that they
gonna
let
lie.
the women speak.
Because you know why?
Y'all have that. What is it?
They can hang
Y'all
up.
have that privilege. To do
Yeah,
that.
like that's fucked up,
Yeah.
son.
Now,
you know how many
wait.
times I got
Y'all
the
could
phone
storm
banged
out.
on
Y'all
me
could
and I
hang
used to get my
up.
point
Y'all
across.
could.
Again, this shit
Or some,
all
yo,
that shit.
oh fuck
Let
that.
them-
You're
let
not
them-
getting the
let
last
them-
word.
we
I'm
gonna-
getting the last word. Bang.
Don't get me started. Don't get me
Like,
started.
what?
I mean,
It's
most
alright, talk
arguments
about
are started
it.
by the women.
Facts.
Say that again.
Most arguments are started by the women.
I
That's a
resent
fact.
that.
That's a
but
fact.
fine.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna say
All right.
anything.
Wait, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna
No,
say
no,
something?
go. I'll go after
See,
you.
we not
I've done
afforded.
better. I don't hang up as much. But now, all right. So if
As
your girl,
much.
if your girl hangs up on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she tries to call you back, are you picking up right away? Or you be
Fuck
like,
outta here.
fuck it, because she hung up on me, so fuck that shit.
Quiet.
You're not picking up?
Quiet. I'm gonna let your imagination wander.
Like,
I
oh my
don't care
God,
if-
he don't want to be with me no more.
I
He
don't
don't
know.
love me.
Oh, whatever. Nah, I'll probably get a text like, oh, whatever bitch that you with and da 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 da. Yup, I want you to think that now. Fuck out of here. You shouldn't have banged it on me. Crazy.
How about you, Denzel? You want to pick up right away if she calls you?
Yeah, I want to hear what you gotta say. I want to hear what you gotta say.
So nice.
That's done with all the talking.
Denzel want to talk.
I want to hear
Hello,
what
he's
you.
a podcaster.
I want to know what you got to say, cause like, why'd you call? Especially if you're the one that hung up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had the audacity to call me. That takes balls. Let me hear what you got to say. If it's some bullshit, hanging
Fuck
up.
out of here. Word.
Hanging up.
Word.
Denzel
He
giving
like
you
that
Fuck
shit.
out of
Look
here.
at
Word.
that.
Nah.
I got
He's
him
giving
hyped.
y'all a chance,
I'm
but
not-
if you don't get
Yeah,
it right,
Like, if you're going to own up to your
Clip.
shit, like, then
Clip.
okay, I'll appreciate this phone call. But if you're not calling to be like, you know, all right, like, I did this wrong. I could have did this better.
Yeah.
Or,
if she's
then-
calling all rah,
If
you
you
ain't about
calling
it
to do
yet.
part 2 of what you hung up on,
Right.
nah,
I'm not with it.
I'll talk to you.
Oh, so you want to see what type of energy she's
Yeah.
on.
So,
All right, that makes
you know,
sense.
Test the waters,
Yeah.
you know?
Like,
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't hang up the phone because I'm not afforded that privilege to hang up the phone. Because
Oh, no. If you hung up on me first, the ball is in my court now. If you call
It
me back,
is.
you have to have it in your head like, all right, like, this motherfucker may hang up on me because of what I did.
Right.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
stopped
Like,
doing it. Because it's like, damn, if I don't want it done to me, then why am I doing it?
If you're going to dish it, you're going to have
be
to
able to
take
take
Exactly.
that
And
shit.
I don't want to take a lot of my own dish. So I've learned to stop dishing.
that's funny.
Just
I wouldn't
walk
hang
away.
up. I was the one that I'll put my phone on mute and be like, shut the fuck up. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
you're the
up.
one who wrote
but
that.
then I'll still listen.
But you just trying to get your frustration out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, fam, like I'm not gonna lie, like the girls that I usually end up with, yo, they thugs. And what I mean by thug, what I mean by they not even rugged, but I know how I am. You get what I'm saying? And you can't be soft dealing with me. So you got to be able to like check me type shit.
Okay.
Like not disrespect me, but like
No, put you in
you
your
can't let
place
me run
every
over
now-
you.
Yeah.
So usually
Can't be a pushover.
the girls that I get, they of that. They don't let me run over them. They not with that shit. So I'm not afforded the privilege to be able to bang the phone on you.
Yeah.
They're gonna run up.
That's real
That's
shit
a
though.
whole fact.
They
That's
running
real
up
shit
on
though.
that ass.
Cause you'll never hear the end of it.
No,
never hear the end
you
of
don't
it.
want to
That's
deal
a
with
fact.
that.
What? And then they gonna do it to you like 4 times.
Yeah.
Just if you
Yeah.
could have did it once,
Yep.
but they gonna do it 4 times
Yep.
just so they can
Just
feel
so you
that
never
satisfaction.
forget it.
It's like
Just
putting
for
the
legs.
knife and turning.
Turn that
it.
shit
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
so
gonna
what do
turn
you
it
do?
and then kick it. Like
I gotta work on this. I ain't gonna lie.
I need to start
I need to work. I need to work on it. Now, if I want to talk, if you tell me, no, babe, I want to talk, alright. But you gotta come the right way, because it depends what we're talking about. Because if I'm hot right now, maybe it's not a good idea. Because I still be hanging up on poor guy.
Poor guy.
Nah, but we
man.
both do it to each other. Like, it's bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes both ways. And if I'm really hot, I'm gonna call you back. Then he's gonna pick up.
Yeah, that's-
and then I'm gonna be on some part 2.
Yeah, it's hard to not be on a part 2.
Yo, I be
lie,
trying, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, nah, you're gonna hear what the fuck I got to say.
Yeah.
You gonna hear me. Yeah. You gonna hear me. You gonna
that
hear
shit
my
would never
part.
end. It
Nah,
would
nah.
Yeah,
never
it's
end.
bad. No, it's bad.
How is
It's
that?
Nah, here's what you
She's
do
gonna
though.
keep calling you.
Nah, what
It's
you
bad.
do
You
is
gonna
you
block
can't-
her
Nah, what
number?
he does now. What
you can't
sometimes
do
yo,
that.
he's
You gotta
dead
put
at
the
stop.
phone
He'll
on
stop
mute.
picking up. Like he
Or
knows.
don't
He'll
put-
stop
or
picking
just-
up. Like
I
he'll
just
stop.
throw the phone to the side and walk out the room while it's on speaker. Yeah. And then act like I heard what you said. Like that's only if I'm being petty though, which is
That's
you gotta
fuel to
really
the fire. Because if she asks you what she said and you
Right.
can't
but
repeat it,
but I gotta
Come
be. But you have to like for me to do that. You have to already put me in the I don't give a fuck about what you talking about mood. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like for
You
me
reached
to do
a breaking point.
Like this. Like I'm not just gonna come out and just do that. You have to
Yeah.
push me. You have to force my hand for me to do that.
Yeah.
But when I do it, it's wicked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
like.
right.
Shit, I had someone legit block me on social media, block me on like Messenger, like F you, I don't want to talk to you no more, and then they start calling me back and mad that I didn't answer.
Nah, I got one better.
I was like, what?
I got one
Like,
better.
how
this
is it-
makes sense.
yeah, like,
I'm
what the hell?
You told me not to leave you alone. You told me to leave you alone. I'm
Oh
doing
my
that.
god.
I got one better.
She was mad you left her alone.
I got my phone, cell phone blocked on the gram, and then and then after a while get told, oh, find a way to communicate with me type shit.
She's supposed to show up at
She
her
wants you to hit
house.
up on LinkedIn and shit.
Wow.
She wanted you to show up at her house.
Nah.
what
you
do
know
you
that-
have to do? Like, I've never been blocked before, so it's just like, how do you?
You don't gotta do shit,
That's
bro.
the thing. I didn't do
Yeah, you
anything.
don't really
You
gotta
don't
do
have to do
nothing.
shit. Every time I go, fam, yo,
Fuck it, Dean.
yo,
I didn't do anything.
Bendito. And put the
Well,
She
listen,
gonna
violin.
do it.
listen, you don't have to do shit to get blocked. They just have to one day just not like
Y'all did not just play the
He
violence.
played the violence because he
Bro.
been through it.
Fam,
You hear
Jesus
him?
Right.
fam.
Stop
Bendito.
picking all these thug bitches, man.
Word, you need to be a nice
pick
church
somebody.
girl.
Stop running
Nah,
over
we
them.
are what
Nice
we
church
attract.
girl. The church-
We are what we attract, B.
Nah, but y'all both mad nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Maybe
yo,
in relationships,
you know
y'all
what it-
showing a different
You gotta-
side. Yeah.
Alright,
You
listen.
look
like-
guilty.
You know what it
You was
is?
just
look
like,
guilty.
I'm not. We friends, so there's sides of me that I've never shown you before.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Same, yeah,
all right.
yeah, of course.
Like when the Deontay Wilder fight, and I went off on the gram. He was like, "Yo, I never seen you like that
Yeah, you
before."
went off.
I don't show that. You know what I'm saying? It's sides that I keep confined and bottled up.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got to really be around me for a substantial amount of time. You see all that. shit.
Honestly, I just want to close this out by saying, like, our partners really go through it with us, and we go through it with them. Like, I feel like nobody's gonna go through shit with you like your partner.
Damn.
So it's just whatever you could tolerate. If y'all tolerate each other's bullshit, then great. If y'all don't, make that decision for your own, I guess, mental health and peace. And that's it. Because you can't really compare it either. Like, your toxic may not be my toxic.
Right.
What you're willing to deal with, I may not.
My
So
toxic
it's like,
may be your regular. Your toxic may be my regular. Like, that's
Exactly.
nothing. Like,
Exactly.
Crazy.
yeah.
It is.
You know why I seem
Yeah.
like I was going through it? Because all of this is fresh, just replaying
Oh,
back in my
damn.
mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He still got.
Right.
He's still blocked.
I've only been.
Still trying to figure out how to reach out to her.
Nah, it's over. It's
it's
over.
over.
It's over. It's quiet. It's quiet.
Yo, what? I don't know what I would do if a girl told me to figure out how to, after you done blocked me
Fair.
on
Right, like, what am I
every.
supposed
Nah,
to
that's
do?
different.
House phone.
That's different.
I'm not gonna lie. If you
I
do
back the
that,
house phone out.
if you close all those
Tight.
doors, throw away the key.
Facts.
Don't even open that shit.
It's
Don't
over.
crack the window. Don't look through the shade looking for me. Like, just keep that door closed.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you gonna go to that extent to close all those doors,
That's
as
why.
if like you don't want me anymore, then
Mm-hmm.
fuck it.
That's why I
So
was
be
just
it.
like, after the last block, and I just was like, well, whatever, my nigga.
How many times have you been blocked by the same person, though? Because I I blocked
He said,
people.
"Don't tickle me."
I blocked people I was talking to, but I did it like one time probably because I was really mad and I never did it
I
again.
haven't. Honestly, the blocking thing is.
But like
more.
excessive blocking,
Nah.
like all the time, it's like, all right, you don't even take it seriously anymore. It's
I've
like,
never
all right, what the fuck,
honestly.
like,
Let me think about it.
it's a joke. You constantly doing
Somebody
it.
that I was with at the time, maybe I blocked him one time.
Yeah, I
maybe
probably
one
blocked somebody,
person
like,
one
one
time.
time.
But I deadass ended up unblocking them. Like
Me too. Like 3 days later, unblocked. It was like, all right, I was just
not
mad.
even
I needed
maybe
a
less.
moment.
Yeah,
like,
maybe just less than that. Because maybe they just kept. And I'm like, okay. Until they realize that they blocked, and then I'm like, okay, I'll unblock for later. But nah, I never did some crazy shit like that. Block on everything. Nah, that's crazy.
I got my number blocked. Got blocked from the friend.
Kadeem got PTSD.
Word, yo.
that
I'm
do
so
though,
sorry.
Traumatized.
Oh.
Yo, would you be mad if you blocked someone and they didn't even notice the shit? They just like.
I would be mad.
Damn.
Realize you was just had them blocked and you telling all this shit about them. And you look at like their story or some shit and they just like living their best life, not even worried about
Word.
it.
It's
They
like,
didn't even know.
damn. They
And
don't
you hit them
right.
up and they're like, wait, I was blocked?
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Or you hit them up and they're like, "Who this?"
Right. Mm-hmm. The opposite. All right. Well, we are done, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Finito.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all
of
for having
course.
us.
Yes.
This was a
Always
great
have a good
conversation.
time.
Like always, if you listen, if you watch, let us know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Follow us on Instagram at The Least Favorite Podcast. And yeah, see you next time.
Peace out.
Bye.
Right.